Yes, now ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Thomas Vance YouTube channel. Forgive me if I'm in a bit of a rush, but I've got a lot of videos to make in literally the next hour. So, oh, I've got garlic on my teeth, that is embarrassing. So here we are, we're going to make predictions for night 1 of Summerslam. I believe there's only 6 matches, which is crazy, because I can imagine there's probably a lot more on night 2. But it is what it is, let's kick it off. First one I'm going to talk about anyway is Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. This is their third match. They had Night of Champions where Sami Zayn won. They had recently on Monday Night Raw, I think, where Karrion Kross won. This is the third one. This is the last one. Obviously, for a bunch of time, Karrion Kross has been building up that Sami isn't as nice as he claims to be. That he's got a wild side. That he's got a side to him that no one knows about. And that Sami Zayn is a liar. And Sami Zayn's been trying to just avoid Karrion Kross and putting an end to it and saying, no, look, I'm chasing my World Heavyweight Championship dreams. Now, I feel like at SummerSlam, one of them is going to get proven right, and actually what I feel like at SummerSlam is both. I feel like Sami Zayn's going to win this match and propel himself closer to getting that World Heavyweight Championship, but he's going to do it the Karrion Kross way. He's going to snap, he's going to go insane because he's not been able to achieve his dream in WWE of main event in WrestleMania, winning a Royal Rumble, winning a world title, making it really big. He's never been able to achieve that. That's because he's played the nice and honourable guy. He's finally going to snap and do the vicious way. He's played heel before, but he's never done it the vicious, take my own shit way. He's always done it either with backup, back when he was, all conspiracy, or either working for the bloodline. This time he's going to start taking things for his own, and he's going to do that by beating the living shit out of Karrion Kross and beating Karrion Kross. Unfortunate for Karrion Kross, but he's got his push. He's got a match at SummerSlam. People wanting to push. That's a push. A match at SummerSlam is a push. Especially when you've not been getting TV time on Monday Night Raw. I mean, come on. So Sami Zayn's winning that one. Then let's talk about Jelly Roll, Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, Logan Paul. I still feel like this should have been Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul, and we could have just had Randy Orton, Drew McIntyre, but it is what it is. It's obvious. Randy and Jelly are going to win this one. They're going to want Jelly to win his first match in SummerSlam, his first match ever, and obviously at SummerSlam, Randy Orton can lose. Drew McIntyre's not got nothing massive going on. Logan Paul's not got nothing massive going on. They can take a bump for them too. I feel like this is just a quick storyline to introduce Jelly Roll into wrestling, and then it's done. So that's easy. Jelly Roll, Randy Orton. Then we have the Women's Tag Team Championship match. Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. The Judgment Day, while they're doing fine as Women's Tag Team Champions and the Women's Tag Team division is upping, it's getting better, and the Judgment Day do not need to lose the titles. I feel like they are. To Alexa and Charlotte, they're massively over. They're going to hand the titles over. And there's going to be a bit of a down on the Judgment Day that I feel like is going to lead into the Roxanne and Dom story. Who knows? But I feel like it's Charlotte and Alexa's time. That pop is too big to ignore, and I feel like WWE are definitely putting the titles on Charlotte and Alexa. How many matches have I got? I've covered 3. Then we have Tiffany Stratton and Jade Cargill. I feel like Tiffy time is up. She's had the title for a long time now. She's a fine champion. I feel like it wouldn't make sense if Tiffy retained, because if she's retained against Jade Cargill, where do we go next with her? The only one left is Bianca Belair. It doesn't seem right. I feel like Jade Cargill's going to win, because down the line we're going to have Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, which makes a lot more sense. So Jade Cargill's time. She won Queen of the Ring. She's winning that title. That's who's going home with that title. And then we have Gunther, CM Punk. This is a hard one, because I don't feel like it's time for Gunther to lose the title. He's just got the title back. But I do feel like it's WWE want to put that strap on CM Punk. There's not massive excitement around the world title, even though Gunther's massively improving on the mic and as a character. But I feel like they denied CM Punk the Rumble twice. They put him in WrestleMania main events, but he's never won that title. And I feel like they just want to put that title on CM Punk, and this is their way of doing that. They had nothing exciting for the World Heavyweight Championship for SummerSlam, which is why they put CM Punk in this match. The build-up's not being exciting, the feud's not being exciting. I feel like this is purely just for CM Punk to win the title. So CM Punk is winning that World Heavyweight Championship is what I think's happening. Then we have Roman and Jey versus Braun and Bronson. Now, while it would be clever to have Braun and Bronson win and elevate themselves, obviously this new faction is to elevate them. They've elevated as characters and as just powerful forces in WWE. I feel like it's a lot to have Roman Reigns lose. It's a lot to have Jey Uso lose, especially with all the stock that WWE have put into them. And especially at SummerSlam on the second biggest stage of the year. I feel like WWE won't want them to lose. They've just had Roman and Jey squashed by Braun and Bronson on Monday Night Raw. So I feel like Jey and Roman, they're going to give Braun and Bronson that, but they're not going to give them the win. Jey and Roman are winning at SummerSlam. So that's my predictions. Hopefully I get 6 out of 6. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe. tune in later tonight for NXT reactions, maybe even SmackDown reactions. Maybe they might come tomorrow. And tomorrow will be SummerSlam Night 1 reactions, SummerSlam Night 2 predictions, and then SummerSlam Night 2 will come on Monday. Thank you all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.